Hey geeks, before we get started, make sure to do your boy a favor, like, subscribe, leave some comments on the video, let me know what you want to see in the future, and make sure to check out our giveaways playlist because we got some great giveaways coming up.
Can you ever have too many Thanos figures? Alright, what's up geeks? We're here with the Marvel Select Thanos. This is the Infinity Thanos. This was just released earlier this month, I believe, and it's another one in long line of Thanos figures from the Diamond Select series. Alright, so this is another comic book based Thanos, and it's based on the comic book Infinity, I think from a few years ago. We're going to go ahead and pop him out of his cage and compare him to the other comic book Thanos that Marvel Select put out a few years ago. See how the two look next to each other. No bio. Alright, here's Thanos in his cage. You see he's got a spare head on the right. Even though he's a comic book based figure, that head on the right could kind of pass as an MCU head. Mad Titan booty shot. Great babe. Look at that grimace. That's a pretty good head sculpt. Oh yeah, me likey. Yo, this bad boy is tight work. Not a big fan of articulation, usually with the Marvel Select figures and the Diamond Select figures. We're gonna see how this one holds up, but just as far as the sculpt and the look and the paint, man, this bad boy is tight work. I mean, he pops. He will pop off your shelf. All right, let's dig in. All right, so the first thing you notice about this face sculpt is he definitely looks like a Mad Titan. The look in his eyes, that evil grin, that yellowing of the teeth. Man, they did a really good job on this. So I like these horns on the front. That's reminiscent of the comic book. They do raise up off of his skull. So that's a nice effect there. You see he's got this gold metal plating here with the lines in it. And the lines are not even. They don't look they're not even. They look cookie cutter. It looks like they're actually individual lines. They're not perfect, so I like that. Looking at his shoulder garb, you see he's got plenty of battle damage. It's got a nice gold with a maroon inset. It's very regal. Battle damage on the front as well. And looking at the torso, see he's got the gold coming down here, and he's got what is painted. It's chrome, but it looks like a jewel the way it's painted here. And then it's nice and shiny on that end cut there. Then you got those two octagons there that are somewhat silver painted, but they've got a gold brush coloring over them. And you see on his right hand, he's got this gauntlet. It's kind of copper gold, that dark brownish orange, and some silver. And what would Infinity Thanos be without the Infinity Gauntlet? Even though this looks very different than any gauntlet that I've seen before, so I might have to check out that comic book series, but can't mistake the gems. Detail carries over to the back. See, he's got that gold strap going down his back. He's got those 3 circles there. I don't know what they're for, but they add a lot of detail. And coming down here, you see the carvings in the belt still detailed, many different colors. So one thing I like about this, a lot of times Hasbro will slack off and just do everything the same color. So I like that they took the time to paint everything a different color. See, he's got this blue in here matching his Under Armour, which breaks it up really well. Then the boots, he's got his moon hiking boots. Same level of detail as the rest of the figure. You can see there's different lines and designs here, different colors. And they've got the gold, the copper, the silverish off gold. I mean, really well done. Another nice touch right here on the knees. You got these circle plates and the knee pads in case he needs to earn some extra money. Let's just look at him for a little bit. Just stare into his eyes. All right, so what about that head? Get a full 360. And tilt to the left, tilt to the right, looking straight ahead at Destiny. All right, so the head does not look up at all, does not move. Will not go down either because his collar is too narrow for his chin to get in between. So you can feel that it wants to move, and if you turn to the side, you see I can get the chin right in between there, but looking straight ahead, cannot go down because of the chin. It's always because of the chin. All right, so buff man problems. You see that his arms get up about shoulder height. Not bad for a big guy. No 360 happening because of his shoulder guard. You can see it bucks right there, and it bucks right there. If you lift it out, you could probably spin around if you really want to mess around with it, but I'm good. Do have a 360 on the bicep swivel. Do we have a forearm? Yeah, we got forearm twist on the gauntlet. Does the other arm do the same? Yep, you get 360 on the forearm. What about the wrist action? All right, so you have a pivot joint there, and it is a vertical one, but you can see protruding on this gauntlet right here, there's a piece here that's going to prevent that from giving you that repulsor blast action, but it should be able to go down. There we go. Yeah, so you can kiss the ring. What about on this one here? I'm anticipating the same because the gauntlet has this overhanging piece here, and yep, it is a vertical hinge, so you're not getting much movement out there. Let's see. Oh, his thumb is bucking up against this faux leather strap here, so that's why it's not moving down. So the hinges are there if you're customizing, but you're not going to get much out of it straight out of the box. All right, so this abdominal joint here, what do we get out of it? You do get a full 360. As far as he tilts forward. Believe it or not, he is tilting back. That's him straight up again, so you can tell the difference. No articulation at the waist. All this is glued solid. Can he can? No, he can't. He can kick a small animal, but he's not kicking down any doors. Single jointed elbow, huge biceps. You're lucky to get close to 90 degrees. I thought it was double jointed, but it's not. That's just part of the sculpt. Other arm is the same, single joint. Getting that Brutus pose, but not much else. So no butterfly joint. That's as close in as his arms are gonna get. Not HR friendly, he can barely give a hug. So at the thigh joint, there is no kind of hinge. At the thigh joint, there is no kind of hinge or pivot. It's just straight forward and back. But you do have a 360 at the thigh. You do get a 360 all the way around at the thigh. Is there? Nope, nothing at the calf. But you do have, well, actually, halfway down the calf, right above the ankle. Halfway down the calf, right above the ankle, you do have 360-degree turn there. Yeah, tough with the foot though. Much easier on the other foot. Now, what do you know? The big man can dance. The big man can dance. So you see, he's almost flush with his calf pointing the toes down. And pointing up is pretty high, so Michael Jackson would approve. You don't get a whole lot of tilt at the thigh joint. He just leans forward a little bit. Now the alternate head looks really good, but I don't like the way it looks on the body. It looks a little bit small because of the armor, and the color just kind of throws it off. So not a fan of it. I probably won't use it that much, but it is a really good sculpt. All right, so you can see there, compared to the classic comic book Thanos, he absolutely dwarfs him. They're supposed to be in the same scale, and they're both from the comic book, but man, the size difference is ridiculous. Here he is next to the Thanos Bath, or the single figure from the Children of Thanos box set that came out recently. So interestingly enough, I'm pretty sure that the Marvel Select is supposed to be 7-inch scale, but you can see he's actually smaller than the Marvel Legends, which is built on 6-inch scale. So that's pretty interesting. You can see the distinct difference in quality though, of the paint, the sculpting, and definitely the face. Man, this Select figure makes that Bath look really cheap. Alright, geeks, so there he is, the new Diamond Select Thanos Infinity version from the comic books. And there he is next to his brothers. Let me know what you think. Are you only Marvel Legends strictly? Will you venture out and get this guy? I personally think he's worth it, even though Articulation is not what you would want it to be. I must say, it does compare favorably to most of the Baths, so if you're okay with Articulation on the Baths, you should be okay with the Articulation on this. But the quality on it is top notch. The paint, the sculpting, I mean, you can clearly see here next to the Marvel Legends Thanos that it literally makes that one look like a cheap plastic toy. And I feel bad putting them next to each other now because I really like that Thanos up until this, but you cannot beat the look of this figure. Alright geeks, so sound off in the comments, let me know, is this worth you venturing out of your lines for? Do you already collect Marvel Select? Sound off in the comments, keep the buzz going. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Also share this with a friend, it helps the channel grow. Till next time geeks, Thanos out.